So what I have put here for you today is what is marketing for me, or what I've learned through my experiences, what marketing should be. I request if you can move to slide number 4. Yeah. Okay. So the most important aspect of marketing is to know what they really want. So I've put a technical diagram here, which is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And like I said, you'll read about this in detail. It's a big chapter in Philip Kotler's book on marketing. And when you do your MBAs or BBAs, whatever you choose next, you'll read about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And it's a time tested pyramid of needs. So at the bottom is your physiological needs, like water, sleep, food, everything that you need to survive. Second part of the pyramid is your security needs, safety, health, employment. Third is to be loved and to belong. So everything about community is there. And the fourth step is self-esteem, things that will give you confidence, respect. And the top part is self-actualization, purpose-driven, sustainability, morality, creativity, things that give you fulfillment. So this is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the successful marketers are able to address all part of this pyramid when they are doing a communication to consumers. But really, what consumers want. So when a consumer sees Axe, which is again a Unilever brand, it's a Dio brand. I think most of you know that, and most of you are consumers for Axe. So it's never about fighting body odor. You'll never see a Axe communication that this kills 99% of body odor causing germs, or this will make you body odor free. Actually, the product is for body odor, right? But the marketing is all about the self actualization need of being wanted, helping young guys and girls be confident when they go to colleges, when they go to party, when they go out to the market. If you are wearing Axe, you will feel confident, and all their communication, all their marketing efforts are put in that direction. Similarly, if you see Dairy Milk is not just about chocolates, though it is a chocolate brand, but it will never uh, talk about the nitty gritties of making chocolate with the best ingredients or the right sweetness or the right texture. It'll always talk about bringing people together. Again, the whole need of love and belonging, sharing memories, sharing moments of success, of joy. So that is what marketing is really about. It steps up from your physiological needs or from your basic needs to the top two or three pyramids, which is belonging, self-esteem, and self-actualization. And if you see most successful brands, they always talk about what their purpose as a brand is. Apple is a classic example of not talking just about their products, but talking about what people need. People need a belonging to a certain club, and that is why they buy into Apple rather than buying a Apple. The second important thing uh, uh, about marketing is we can move to slide number 5 here. Yeah, it's so marketing is about being part of the popular culture. Again, Pepsi is something that I work on day and night. And there was a time where Pepsi has lost touch with their consumers. Pepsi, when it was founded, it was all about a rebel with a cause, right? So, like Coke has always been about celebrating happiness, celebrating friendships and moments and everything, much like Dairy Milk. Pepsi has always been about that young rebel having a cause, having a purpose, right? And gradually, over so one of the iconic campaigns that we had for Pepsi during the '96 World Cup was nothing official about it. So they did not get the official rights for the World Cup at that point of time, but they still went ahead with a campaign which said nothing official about it. It's just the most favorite drink of the youth today. So yeah, 96, 98, 99, we were Pepsi was one of the greatest market in India. Over the time, it lost its niche. But if you see recent communication, so one must wonder that if Pepsi is targeting the youth of today, which is in the age group of 16 to 25 or 26, why is Salman Khan, who's over 50 years of old, the brand ambassador for Pepsi? But again, it brings us back to being part of the popular culture. What is popular amongst the 18 to 25 years old of today? It's superstars like Salman Khan who are ambassadors of swag. So swag is again a term which is very popular amongst all Gen Z, as they call the generation today. People born after 95, 1995 are called Gen Z. So it's very popular amongst this generation, and that is how they brought back swag at the forefront. And in the last 3 years, we have seen, despite the lockdown, despite people not being out there in the streets during summers, we have seen tremendous growth on Pepsi as a brand, where the interaction, the engagement, the sales have increased considerably. And if we compare it to campaigns before we launched the swag campaign. So being part of the popular culture is something which is a must for marketing. Now, if we move to slide number 6, a classic example is of being part of the being current and driving conversation is Amul. So Amul, as you know, is a brand which is used every day in our households in India, right? And to be relevant every day is the biggest task that any brand can have. But they have very smartly, with a very tried and tested method of driving conversation and being current, stayed at the top of mind, not just of the consumers, but also of newsmakers. So every here and then, you will see Amul trending on Twitter, or Amul being featured on one of the news websites, or Amul being discussed by social media celebrities, because they are current and they're driving conversation. They're using small instances like Neeraj Chopra winning at the Olympics, giving a tribute, and also making a cartoon ad out of it, or using Squid Game, which has become a Netflix phenomena in the last 6 to 8 months, using them very smartly without paying any association cost, without partnering with Netflix or Squid Games. They do it in a very tongue-in-cheek manner. So, yeah, successful marketing is about being current and driving conversations in our daily lives. The fourth important thing of what marketing should be, and this is very relevant, I think, for anybody who wants to uh, be a very successful marketeer and also be a marketeer who is future looking, is to use technology in storytelling. So any advertisement that we see today, it's not just an advertisement, or rather, if I'll put it this way, that any good advertisement is about a good story. So there are ads about shoes, there are ads about daily products which are very functional, but obviously we don't remember them, right? We remember ads which tell us a story. uh, I don't know how many of you saw the Amazon ad on which used the COVID wave in April as a background to the story, but that was so heart touching. And personally, that's an ad that I remember all the time when I'm talking to clients, when I'm talking to young people like you. So if there's a good story, it stands out. If there's a story which is using technology, it stands out more. So I'll request if you can click on the link, and there's a YouTube video. I'm sure a lot of you would have not seen this ad by Shah Rukh Khan because this was meant for small retailers. But this will give you a glimpse of how technology is used in marketing these days to tell story and to sell products.
Big businesses and brands that suffered during the pandemic found their way back, but the smaller stores still suffer.
This lockdown has been a real tough phase of my life. I mean, I have seen bad days, but this was the worst.
Last year we helped small businesses through Diwali. So this year we decided to bring it back. Presenting not just a Cadbury ad. This Diwali, we helped hundreds of small businesses by making India's biggest brand ambassador be their brand ambassador.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाले फैशन और एम्पोरियम से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना और फिर एम्पायर फुटवेयर नाम तो सुना होगा अपना स्टाइलिश चश्मा बगल वाले हेवन आई ऑप्टिशियन से ही लेना सिद्धि विनायक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से लेटेस्ट स्मार्टफोन खरीदकर धमाकेदार सेल्फी पोस्ट करना
क्या कर रहे हो मीठा लाए कि नहीं
लाए हो ना यार अपने पास वाले रोशन किराना से आप भी अपना मीठा वहीं से लेना
We used machine learning to recreate Shah Rukh Khan's face and voice to take the local store names in the ads.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाले चॉइस ऑफ फैशन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना पास वाले आजकल फैशन से ही रॉयल फैशन से ही एमके क्लॉथ्स से ही पास वाली लक्ष्मी कलेक्शन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास
Different versions of the same ad with local store names were targeted as per the PIN code of the viewer, showing them only the nearby stores. But it is impossible to cover all the stores. So we gave the power to the people to create their own version of not just a Cadbury ad. Any small business owner could promote their stores through their own social media networks like WhatsApp forwards and other social media pages.
मैं भी नहीं सोचा था कि शाहरुख खान मेरी दुकान का ऐड करे।
तुम्हारे आसपास की जो दुकानें हैं उनकी दिवाली भी तो मीठी होनी चाहिए
Cadbury celebrations, not just a Cadbury ad. Big businesses and brands.
Yeah. So again, if you're reading about technology, if any of you are interested in technology, and if you read about technology, you will know that machine learning, AI, are the future. You know, with the metaverse coming into the picture, Facebook putting a lot of investment behind metaverse. All brands are putting a lot of investment behind metaverse. So AI and machine learning, which is called ML, are becoming the new buzzwords in technology, not just in the marketing space, but everywhere. And if you see this campaign by Cadbury, it so beautifully puts AI and machine learning right at the center of marketing, and make it accessible to small shop owners who, in my opinion, still face difficulty operating a smartphone. So they've put this technology in the hands of all the consumers, all the retailers who are not technologically so advanced as maybe you and me are. So that's the power of good marketing. You know, they can make even very difficult, very cutting edge technology, accessible, and at the same time further the brand cause, because by putting a great story behind it. So obviously they used COVID lockdowns as a story here and told them that you must have obviously suffered during the COVID lockdown, but we are here for you to help you celebrate Diwali, help you promote your businesses to your consumers, and at the same time plug in the product, the Cadbury product, and further the first part of it, what they actually want. They do not want a preachy story. They don't want an emotional story. They don't want a patronizing story. What they really want is to reach out to their consumers, and this campaign did just that. So these are the four big pillars of what I feel marketing should be about. And again, like most of our subjects, like maths, science, there are rules, right? There are rules to maths. 2 + 2 will always be 4. But in marketing, it's not like that. it's not that if you do these 4 things, you'll always be successful. We've all seen, when a Virat Kohli or a Priyanka Chopra, they give out a message of don't use fireworks. It, creating a backlash. They get trolled for saying even good things out of good intentions as per them. So they get trolled for that. So again, marketing, there's no fixed rules for marketing. Yeah, a sensitive marketeer, a marketeer who's in tune with the popular culture, who knows what is topical, what is current, what will drive conversations, will always be successful. And a marketer who really wants what the consumers are actually looking for. So if a marketer is able to take these 4 things into account, what the consumers really want, what is popular, what is current, and how can he stitch a good story using technology, he'll always be successful. And this is what I've experienced firsthand. And the campaigns you see here, the 4 campaigns that I've put here, somewhere I've been part of these campaigns. I've helped brands do similar or same stuff or execute these stuffs in the market, and we have seen the success, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. The 5th pillar is purpose-driven marketing, and once in your lifetime as a marketer, if you choose marketing as a career, you will get a chance to do to bring all these 4 pillars together with purpose, for a purpose, and that will be a big high. So while the 4 works that I showed, this is something that I've done personally, I've been part of it, but this 5th work I want to share here is truly aspirational for me. And once you see the video, you will yourself feel why I am saying so. So let us first see the video. I think this is one of the most finest works that I have seen as a marketer, where you're using technology, where you're being current, where you're using popular culture, and you're really doing something that the consumer really wants. So let's see the video first, and then I'll just speak about why it's so emotional for me and why I feel this is a once in a lifetime kind of a work.
March of 2015, the Spanish government approves the gag law, despite criticism from the UN and its rejection by over 80% of the population. The new law violates the right of freedom of expression, banning protests in front of Congress, the holding of assemblies in public places, and the participation in a protest without previous notice. Faced with this reality, we decided to protest in the only way the law allowed us to.
To a different kind of demonstration in Spain.
Thousands of people marched to protest a new law
that they say endangers civil liberty.
But none of them were actually there.
A unique way to express their discontent.
The world's first holographic protest.
홀로그램 tüntetést tart.
Manifestation virtuelle à Madrid.
스페인에서 수천 명의 시위대가 등장했는데
La primera de hologramas del mundo.
Via a website that allowed anyone, anywhere to take their image, convert themselves into an apparition.
Subiendo sus imágenes, subiendo sus gritos, subiendo sus pancartas.
Recreando a miles de personas reales.
And it opens up some doors and capabilities that I never thought were possible.
The underlying argument is that holograms have more rights than humans. I mean, that's kind of another part of the protest, which I have to say is quite impactful.
You can't arrest the hologram, right?
The protest reached a global audience of over 800 million people. 400 million impressions in social media opened a worldwide debate on the right to freedom of expression. 330,000 people signed the online petition to repeal the law, and the hologram protest went from the doors of the Congress to the inside.
La movilización, señor ministro, continuará y la protesta continuará.
Yeah. So just makes me speechless every time I see this piece of work, obviously done in Spain to fight a cause. It was, I think, the finest examples of purpose-led marketing. Combines technology in a meaningful way. So, yeah. So this is something that I aspire to do once in my career, and needless to say, this is award-winning work. So the biggest, the Oscars of advertising are called Cannes Award, which happens in France annually. And obviously, this was a big winner in the year it was done at Cannes, and according to me, one of the finest, marketing led work. Again, it is like somebody questioned that, is marketing and sales same thing? So here they're not selling anything, right? They're just promoting a cause, right? And but this was awarded at at marketing forums like Cannes, which which obviously tells us that this is about marketing, and did a fantastic job at communicating, at doing or serving the objective that it wanted to do. So this was all about marketing that I wanted to share.